Coming up now on this special edition of GSP 15, we'll hear how scholars celebrated the 4th of July on the wrong day, the right way.
And a race to remember a man who made big strides in the GSP Morehead community.
Also, how scholars entertained themselves during their summer of community building.
And then we discover when the lights go out, the freaks really do come out. GSP Special Edition starts now.
Hello fellow scholars and welcome to GSP 15. I'm Landon Porter.
And I'm Grant Brockman. Thanks for tuning in. It has been a great 5 weeks here on the Morehead campus. Each scholar has gained experiences that will last a lifetime.
One of those was celebrating July 4th and the 3rd. This huge event was one of the first that brought together all 386 scholars. Scholars teamed up with the community to liven up downtown Morehead. Here's Kirsten Parker with more on the story.
Using only a small shopping bag of supplies, classes use their creativity to create their own human floats.
I think it's great for the GSP community because it's us representing ourselves together in front of people that aren't just GSP. It's the Morehead community seeing us as a group here in Morehead.
Classes showed their patriotic spirit with the Morehead community as they marched down Main Street for the 4th on the 3rd parade.
Started out very well this afternoon with the parade. However, due to the soggy conditions outside, as you can see, the rest of the activities for the night have been moved inside A Duck.
The rain, however, did not dampen spirit. GSP scholars worked booths that provided fun activities throughout the evening.
I've been listening to the people singing and just playing a few of the games here.
I think the whole reason for GSP is helping the community and getting out there and we get to be a part of this community for 5 weeks and show them what we're doing here to improve the world.
The night was a success and went out with a boom. Kirsten Parker, GSP 15.
A major part of the 4th on the 3rd celebration was the Al Baldwin Memorial 5K. The Morehead community and scholars participated in this race to remember Al Baldwin, who was a major supporter of GSP. Eric Bush has the details.
For some, the Al Baldwin 5K was an opportunity to exercise or earn a free t-shirt. But for others, this is a way to honor a man who meant so much to the community of Morehead.
Al was truly a very selfless person. He didn't expect anything in return. He did these things because he felt it was important to do, and he enjoyed doing it, and he enjoyed helping others.
Al was particularly passionate about making sure GSP went smoothly.
A couple of years ago, we lost air conditioning in Manon Tower, which a lot of you all are horrified at hearing, I'm sure. And my dad immediately made every arrangement possible to have a box fan to the girls as soon as possible.
For campus director Charlie Myers, Al Baldwin exemplified what we should strive to be.
I think Al was really sort of an inspiration to a lot of other people, and he was a role model for a lot of people. And I think there are people that have stepped up, have seen the things that he has done and the things that he has accomplished, and that has given them a little bit of a charge and say, well, maybe I can do some of these things too.
Eric Bush, GSP 15.
The perimeter at Morehead can feel a bit restricted to some, but the scholars do get a chance to explore the Morehead community beyond campus. Zach Kaiser did. He joins us now with more.
After being on campus all week long, scholars look forward to getting off perimeter to go in the city of Morehead.
My favorite part about extended perimeter is definitely the food.
I love the fuzzy duck. I've never seen any place like it before, and I love to read.
Great friends, great times.
Scholars visited Willbrook Drug, Pasquale's, Bakery on Main, Fuzzy Duck, and many more. GSP's extended perimeter was a boost to Morehead's local economy. To look into the financial impact, we interviewed Grant Alden, a local employee of the Fuzzy Duck.
For those of us with businesses in downtown, GSP is a huge boost. Both you guys coming and the parents coming, and the energy it brings to downtown. If the place is empty, nobody comes there. And the simple fact that you guys are here sort of makes it look more fun downtown, which it is.
Zach Kaiser, GSP 15.
As you can see, the Morehead community was greatly impacted by our 5-week stay. Hi, I'm Kirsten Parker.
And I'm Paxton Crowder. For many scholars, Family Day was a chance not only to get off campus, but to get out of Morehead for a day. It was a chance to catch up with families, important for scholars and their folks. Here's Sierra Gay.
Earlier today at 8 a.m., scholars departed with their parents for Family Day. After a day filled with trips home, hugs, and tears, scholars and parents returned back to their dorms. Upon their arrival, we've interviewed parents about their activities that they completed today and how their lives have drastically changed in the last 2 weeks.
We went on 3 cave tours and 2 hikes.
Tried to go hiking, but the place we tried to go to was closed.
We did a lot of turning around today because we're not familiar with the area. We went shopping.
Mixed emotions await students and parents as scholars return back to campus for 3 more weeks.
It's been sad at times since he wasn't at home.
I mean, he's our buddy. You know, we come home at night and, well, yeah, I love my wife, but I like having my son around.
Now he's so happy and he's having such a good time and he's made some great friends and so it's easier to leave him knowing that he's okay, you know, and he's happy.
But for some, Family Day wasn't so memorable. Some scholars were left behind.
It was a little sad, but I think I made it through. I mean, I was with like 11 other scholars and we were all together, so that was a nice thing. We went to the mall and we just walked around and then we got food. We actually had Chinese food. It was really amazing. And then we watched a movie. I saw Jurassic World. It was really good. I liked it. I really miss my parents though.
Sierra Gay, GSP 15.
Throughout the day here, there is free time between classes, but that free time is not downtime. Free time is filled with cards, games, and cardio here on campus. Here's Alex Price.
This is Alex Price reporting live from the Rec Center, which is a popular spot for scholars to spend their free time.
I come to the Rec Center with a bunch of my friends. We work out, we shoot ball, play racquetball.
Come to the pool and I'm hanging out with these guys now that I haven't even talked to before yet. So
Cards are a popular activity during free time.
a lot of us scholars, we go and we play cards.
We go to each other's rooms, we play cards. There's never a spare moment of time here.
You can just go and join random card games and meet new people.
The cards have especially allowed me to meet new people and a lot of new card games as well.
That tends to be one of the biggest pastimes is cards.
Scholars love the free time on campus.
I love the free time because it allows you to get together with the scholars that you might not know.
GSP, you can meet new people and you can just do whatever you want between classes, and I think it's really cool that you have that time.
I've grown closer with all the GSP scholars here, and I've really gotten to know each other more than I would just outside the classroom.
I've learned that there are a lot of different cool people around this campus, so I just go around bottom of ADUC and the tower lobby and stuff, just meet new people every day. So.
Alex Price, GSP 15.
Thanks for that, Alex. They should have put protein powder and playing cards on the packing list.
One thing that was made clear are the rules. There are lots of them, and each scholar has his own take on the rules.
With more on that, we turn to Brian Rutherford for Brian's blog. Brian?
Thank you, Paxton and Kirsten. Today in Brian's blog, I take a closer look at that ever-present and ominous cloud that seems to hang over GSP. Except I'm not talking about our monsoon season. I'm talking about the rules at GSP. I'd like to begin our journey with a quote: "The man with the gold makes the rules, and one who makes the rules breaks the rules." This wisdom comes to us from none other than sage-turned-rapper Meek Mill. Now I want you to take a close look at this picture over here. What's he wearing? Bling. By industry standards, cool, dope, fly, whatever you want to call it. Well, we have our GSP bling too, and it's called the lanyard. Let's give it a thumbs up, why don't we? Easy for faculty, as you see here, but it is a source of much grief in the everyday lives of scholars. The lanyard makes it a challenge to do, well, just about anything, and it has proven to be a health hazard depending on how much you pack into it. The neck strain, you know. And imagine what happens when the lanyard gets jammed in an elevator door. And speaking of which, Elevator talk has been on the rise since 15 scholars were trapped in between floors after an ill-advised jump plan to make curfew. It left them going nowhere. Among the first responders were fire and police departments, with elevator repair services coming to clean up the mess in the following morning. Now, I know the elevator repair business is sure to have its ups and downs, but on this night, I'm sure they were floored to hear 15 of Kentucky's best and brightest were trapped in an elevator. I do not apologize for the previous elevator puns. Of course, every experience is personal. Some of you may not have elevator problems, and some of you might like lanyards. Yeah, for some, the rules stink, but for others, well, rules rule. And that's it today for Brian's blog.
And we're back. Thank you, Brian. I'm Abby Easterling.
And I'm Jacob Sanders.
Every night, scholars engage in what we call the Manon phenomenon. These activities range from listening to the band to playing sports outside. Lindsay Hagman has more on what goes down when the sun goes down.
From 9 p.m. until curfew, scholars gather here at the Manon Complex as a community. This perimeter has allowed our GSP community to grow closer over the 5 weeks.
Night perimeter allows scholars to play sports such as Frisbee.
During my free time at night, I spend most of the time playing cards with friends or coming out here playing Frisbee, playing soccer, or throwing a football. I like doing those things because it helps build community. It's a good way to meet new people and stay competitive and stuff.
While taking a break from Frisbee, you may go inside and hear this. This is because another popular nighttime activity only requires 2 things, a deck of cards and friends.
Well, playing cards just kind of strengthens our GSP community. Take him, for example, he's my roommate. We stay up way later than we should every night playing cards, and it always ends up leading into some intense conversations and cool conversations that I always want to remember.
Every week, Central Manon is filled with the sound of music. Dozens of scholars pile in to hear 12 Floors Up play, which has strengthened our GSP community through the participation in sing-alongs. GSP nightlife not only holds fun, but lifelong friendships. Lindsay Hagman, GSP 15.
So, that's a glimpse at what happens on weeknights. Now, when it comes to weekends, there's always anxiety, because scholars never know if we'll drop it like it's hot or drop it like it's not. Waiting till the last minute to find out if there's a chance for a dance. Here's Ansley McClellan.
There's nothing like hitting the whip with 300 of your best friends. I mean, that just really brings a sense of community, and it's just a great time. I really enjoy it.
Some widely anticipated events here in the GSP community are the dances. Located outside in the Manon complex, these nights are full of music and interesting costumes. Even the RAs get in on the fun. Most people here at GSP would agree that these dances instill a sense of unity into our community.
While we were waiting for the start of the Decades-themed dance, I asked a few participants what their favorite parts of the dances are.
Everybody just sort of lets loose and just gets funky, which is really, really fun. And I love dressing up for them too, because I get to be really creative with all my stuff.
And eventually meeting up with different people, and different people met up with me, and it was just like a chance for everyone to mix together and do some stuff, get out of your comfort zone with dancing. I got to show people the whip, you know what it is, so it was good.
My favorite part of the dances would definitely be where we just get together and act crazy and just have a good time with our friends.
I think just everyone going crazy and just having a good time.
Along with sharing with what they enjoy, some scholars suggested themes for future dances here at Morehead.
Black and white clothing or a total whiteout.
Just Disney princesses or Disney in general, but I know other people have mentioned black and white Hawaiian superheroes, which I all find really interesting and would love to do.
Participants are thankful for this opportunity to release stress and dance the night away. Ansley McClellan, GSP 15.
Thank you, Ansley, for giving us the lowdown on how the GSP scholars get down with the whip.
Now that GSP is coming to a close, I'm sure many of you have realized some information that could have been helpful to know at the beginning of your GSP experience.
Jackson Williams interviewed several scholars who were willing to share their advice.
So what is one thing that you wish you would have known before you came to GSP that you didn't?
Probably to bring a microwave, because I like to eat mac and cheese and we don't get to. Sleep's not important. Yeah.
I wish I would have known that the first 3 days would feel like 3 weeks, but after that it goes by really quickly, so just enjoy every second you can.
I probably wish I would have known to bring a deck of cards because I feel like I'm the only one here without one.
I wish I would have known how much that it rained here.
That you never get any sleep.
I wish that I'd known about perimeter, so that way I could have known like what I can and can't do around Morehead.
I wish I would have known to bring more fun outfits for dances and events.
I wish I knew. Okay, before I came, I was sad about leaving my friends, but now I'm glad that I'm here and that you don't have to worry about people back home, and it's way more fun here.
I would have been prepared for the amount of fun I'll be having. GSP is such a cool experience. These cool guys I've met all around us, see these people, it's just, I was not prepared for this at all.
You know, I feel the same way. I wish I would have known how awesome it's going to be. You know, I really have loved everything about it. And I'd heard some negative things, but turns out there's nothing negative about the Governor's Scholar experience.
That's right, that's right. I wish I would have known how to play soccer, so I wouldn't have got my butt kicked tonight, but that's okay.
It's all about challenging yourself and learning.
Thanks to all the scholars who took the time to give their advice.
That's it for this edition of GSP 15. But first, we'd like to thank everyone behind the scenes who made this newscast possible.